You know what's crazy? People are always in my fucking business worried about what I'm doing. What Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I ain't gonna fuck with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. If I go on
Floyd
vacation,
Mayweather recently sent a stern warning to Charleston White, advising him to steer clear of the Big Meech situation or risk facing severe consequences. However, as expected, Charleston isn't one to back down. He has made it clear that he won't be silenced when it comes to speaking his truth. Since his release from prison, Charleston has been outspoken in interviews, including one where he shared his take on the ongoing Big Meech and 50 Cent drama. While Charleston acknowledged there's no solid proof that Big Meech cooperated with authorities, he also mentioned that 50 Cent had a legitimate reason to be upset, considering Big Meech and his son betrayed him by siding with his rivals. One of which happens to be Floyd Mayweather. Floyd is furious about Charleston's remarks and has already warned that if they cross paths in public, things could escalate quickly. But the question remains, is Floyd genuinely trying to help Big Meech and his family, or is he simply stoking the flames of this ongoing feud with 50 Cent? Stay tuned, because we're about to break it all down.
You come home, I'm gonna put you in a better position. Either for you to go Rick Ross.
The Big Meech drama is spiraling out of control and dragging everyone into the chaos. The latest to get caught up? Floyd Mayweather and Charleston White, and things are getting increasingly messy. In a recent interview, Charleston decided to weigh in on the beef between Big Meech, Lil Meech, and 50 Cent. And let's just say he dropped some serious bombshells. First, he straight up said he doesn't buy into 50 Cent's claims that Big Meech is a snitch, arguing that there's no official paperwork to support it. Then, Charleston addressed the rumor that Big Meech used Tammy Cowan to set up Chuffy and others, saying people need to do their homework before spreading that story. Then Charleston really turned up, taking 50 Cent's side and blasting Big Meech and Lil Meech. He straight up said he didn't blame 50 for reacting the way he did, especially when no one else, not even Rick Ross, was backing Big Meech. According to Charleston, 50 was the one holding it down for Big Meech, even stepping in as a father figure for Lil Meech. He got Lil Meech cleaned up, sent him to acting school on his own dime, and got him a role in a hit series that brought in millions, all while Big Meech was still behind bars. Charleston pointed out that anyone would be upset if they did all that for someone, only for that person to turn around and team up with the enemy. He called Big Meech's connection with Rick Ross a complete betrayal, adding that both Big Meech and his son deserve whatever 50 throws their way as payback.
Let this be a perfect example on you gotta be very careful on who you bring in and who you put on. That's Little Meech right there. And if you don't know, he's the son of Big Meech. And if you don't know who that is, well, Big Meech was one of the biggest drug dealers in Detroit, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, long story short, he went in jail. He came out of jail and he started linking up with 50 Cent's ops. Now, bear in mind, 50 Cent made BMF and put Little Meech on BMF.
If you remember, all this drama started off when Big Meech teamed up with Rick Ross to secure some cash after his release from jail. Let's be real, none of this would have happened if Lil Meech hadn't messed up the money 50 Cent put in his pockets when they were working together. So, when 50 found out Big Meech went behind his back to link up with Rick Ross, he felt betrayed. That's when he started calling Big Meech a snitch. Lil Meech tried to reach out to 50 in the DMs, explaining that his dad did what he had to do because he needed the money. It was his attempt to smooth things over and get back in 50's good graces. But 50 wasn't having it. Instead, he hit him where it hurts by announcing that he was pulling the plug on the BMF series and cutting off Lil Meech's cash flow. This whole situation had people divided. Some thought Lil Meech was right to try and make peace, while others felt he should have stood 10 toes down and checked 50 for coming at his dad sideways. And of course, Boozy had a lot to say about it.
When you do your research, you find out that there's no paperwork on Big Meech. So if you go do your research, you find out that there's no paperwork on Big Meech. That's why you hadn't seen no paperwork. It's all hearsay. Somebody saying he told, or somebody saying he used Tammy Cowan's to set up Cuffy. Well, when you do your research and you look at the court documents that's on Big Meech, you see that Tammy Cowans took the stand and said that she did this on her own accord without Big Meech's knowledge. I'm looking at it from 50 position. I go get your son. And at the time when I meet your son, he's not making the best decisions in life. You know, they say he was strung out on them perks. And they like to pop them perks. 50 take him somewhat, I wouldn't say clean him up, but spend 2 years in acting classes that 50 paid for. It was hard finding somebody to play the role of Big Meech, so we picked your son. 50, according to 50, he's put over $5 million into the pockets of Lil Meech and the family's, you know, financial, over $5 million. He's helped them make. Nigga blew your son up, and we bring you back to life. Prior to the BMF series, Big Meech was buried alive. Wasn't nobody saying his name. Jeezy wasn't really shouting him out no more. He was buried alive. So 50 bring life back to him, put his son in a position, turn his son into a millionaire, and he actually turned out to be a pretty good actor. You come home, I'm gonna put you in a better position. For you to go fuck Rick Ross, that's a slap in the face.